In this video I'm going to show you the setup and installation of the Hayward TracVac. And if you're installing this in the skimmer, you have the regulator valve along with the cone. If your side port is regulated by your skimmer, there's also a cap for the regulator. This is pretty rare, but it's included in the box with the cleaner. And I'll show you the importance of the flow gauge when we install it. It has a maximum flow and a minimum flow, and you want this yellow tab to be right in the center here. And there's this included hose clip that's going to come in handy when you do this test. You also have this included float, and I'll show you where to set it on the lead hose. And the float should be set 20 to 24 inches back on the lead hose, and this helps keep the cleaner balanced in the pool. So I'm going to put it right at the 20-inch mark to test it out, and this just snaps onto the hose. You also want to start with a clean filter, so if you have a cartridge filter, go ahead and take it apart and clean it. If you have a sand or DE filter, you can backwash it, or you can take apart the DE filter and clean off the grids if necessary. The pool pump is off at this time. And I'm going to connect the hoses to the cleaner, and then we're going to stretch it across the pool to make sure we have the proper hose length so it can operate correctly in the pool. Now you want to attach the lead hose to the top of the cleaner, and the lead hose has a special cone on front, and this is where the float is on the hose also. And these are compression type hoses. You have a male and female end, and you want to just push them together firmly. Since they're brand new, they may not go together completely, but as the hoses get hit by the sun, you can definitely push them together a lot tighter. So continue doing this until you have what you think would be the proper hose length, and then we'll test it out. So you would want to stretch it across the pool to the furthest point for where you're connecting it. Here I'm connecting at the side port, and you want to have one hose length sticking out on deck. And there are 12 1-meter hoses included, so you can easily add or subtract hoses if you need to. And if you're connecting this to your skimmer, you would do the same process. You'll probably need more hoses because the skimmer is usually further away from the furthest point in the pool. And again, having that one hose length come out onto the deck is important. Now you want to put the TracVac in the pool and let it sink to the bottom. We're also going to get all the air out of the hoses before we connect them. To get the air out, you just want to push the hoses down hand over hand, and this should get all the air out of the hose. And if all the air is out of the line, when you get to the last hose, water should come out of it, and an inline canister will help trap leaf debris and prevent the pump from being clogged up. If you're going to connect the cleaner to your side port, you're going to need what's called a VacLock. This is sold separately. This is a threaded adapter that threads into the side of the pool, and this also will prevent entrapment if the cleaner hose were to pop out. If you're connecting it to the skimmer, you will simply take the skimmer lid off. Then you would remove the skimmer basket. If you have a float diverter valve, go ahead and remove that also. And this is how you're going to regulate the suction of the cleaner. You're going to open this up to increase the skimmer suction, and you're going to close this down to increase the cleaner suction. And you can see on here it's marked faster and slower. And now you want to push the cone firmly into the skimmer hole that's activated. Once you have the regulator valve installed in the skimmer, simply slide the hose through the front of the skimmer and connect it. We want to pull the cleaner out of the pool, and then we're going to disconnect the lead hose from the top of the cleaner. You're going to take this included clip and clip it onto the hose. You're going to stick the flow gauge in here in this direction. It should look something like this. And now we're going to clip the other end of this onto the hose coming out of the skimmer or the side port. So in order to set the right suction to the TracVac, it's a matter of setting the correct RPMs on your variable speed pump and also adjusting the side port, cleaner port accordingly so that you have the proper flow going to the TracVac at that set RPM. And if you have the cleaner connected at the skimmer, it's just a matter of opening up the regulator valve or closing the regulator valve until you achieve the correct suction at the set RPM of your VS pump. And now you're going to go ahead and turn on the pump, and we're going to go ahead and test the flow. The pool pump is on at this time. I'm going to start it at 2300 RPMs to see how much flow we have. Then I'll go up and down from here. And the suction's a little bit to the minimum here. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it up just a little bit higher. I'm going to bring it up to 2650, and that should do it. So it looks like I got it set correctly. And now you want to turn everything off and reconnect the hose to the head of the cleaner. Turn the pool pump off at this time. And the cleaner should run at the proper speed. And turn the pool pump back on. So that's the installation and setup of the Hayward TracVac. It's really simple, and I really like the included flow gauge. This makes setting it up with a variable speed pump extremely simple and easy. Pool Service Pro, open a Leslie's wholesale account today and receive wholesale pricing on products you use every day. Leslie's Pool Supply offers convenient locations that are open 7 days a week. Another great benefit of opening a Leslie's wholesale account is Leslie's referral program. Get referred to a customer looking for weekly pool service. Save time and money and grow your pool service route and become a Leslie's Pro.